Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are sharing with you our Celebrity Apex review.
So I want to jump right in and talk about our overall impressions of the Apex. And before you get any further into the video, you just need to know that we loved this ship and this cruise. It was one of our favorites we've ever done.
Absolutely. Hands down, one of our favorites. This is an absolutely stunning ship.
Yeah, they've really spared no expense on this one, and it really does show. Sometimes you get a brand new ship and you kind of can't tell that it's like this great new thing. But on this one, the Apex, it is amazing. From all the public spaces to the rooms to the food venues, just beautiful through and through. So,
yeah, and we'll kind of dig into all those little by little, but kind of the overall impression of the ship itself is that it has so many spaces to kind of hang out.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the things that we loved about the ship was the food. And we've been on some other ships that the food wasn't great in every restaurant. This one, from top to bottom, every single place we ate, the food was phenomenal. And it started with those 4 main dining rooms.
Now, those 4 main dining rooms, what I was really surprised by, this was our first time on a celebrity ship, and we have been on Carnival and Royal Caribbean and basically all the other ones, and Norwegian, and this one really kind of blew us away as far as the main dining rooms. The menus to me were spectacular. Each one kind of has a theme of what, like, a different region of the world, and so the cuisine for that restaurant is mainly that, but then they do have some regular staples that they kind of keep on the menu, you know, just for if you're either like a picky eater or you have dietary restrictions, things like that. But each restaurant has its own special menu of regional items that you can get only at that restaurant, and they were unbelievable.
Yeah, I found when we booked the cruise, I was wondering, should we go for the the upscale, the upcharge dining, and we decided not to because we wanted to try the main dining room on the Celebrity Apex, and it was a 4-night cruise, so we didn't want to miss out on any of those, and we're really glad that we did, because I would say that the main dining room experience on the Apex is very similar to the specialty dining on a lot of other cruise ships that we've been on. It was really, really that good, and just the staff, the ambiance of the restaurant, and the food really knocked it all out of the park.
And then I think on top of that, the buffet is kind of like the throwaway food space, right? Where you just think, well, that's just where you can get like a hamburger or a hot dog, just like simple things. That did not happen on this ship.
No, not at all. In fact, the very first day we got on, we went to the lunch buffet, and I got in this line, and it was like a meat station, and I thought, I am in the wrong place because they are serving up, this is the pay line. I thought, where you have to pay to get this food. And I looked around, and it wasn't, though. It was the free buffet.
Cooked to order.
Cooked to order. They had T-bones, they had fillets, they had
lamb,
ribs. They had
everything.
Everything you could possibly want on the buffet. And I was so blown away by that I thought, this is just going to be an incredible cruise. And it was. The buffet, it is by far the best buffet that we've ever had on a cruise ship.
Absolutely. So, as far as the food is concerned, not just that, so the 4 main dining rooms are amazing, the buffet is amazing, and then they have several places where you can grab things throughout the day. They have an area where you can grab some burgers and hot dogs throughout the day when some of the other spaces are closed or, have minimal things to offer, and those are great as well. We tried a little bit of everything. If you haven't seen our previous videos on the Celebrity Apex on the channel here, make sure you go check that out, because we've done a review of all of that, as well as showing you our meals at all 4 of the main dining rooms. So don't miss out on that. Make sure you check that out on the channel.
Let's talk about the next best thing about this ship, and it is the ship itself, which is to say the public spaces are amazing, and I think it starts with the theater.
Absolutely. The theater was phenomenal. I have yet to see a theater on a cruise ship with the type of technology that they're using on the Celebrity Apex. It was
Yeah.
unbelievable.
The shows are on another level from anything else that you've ever seen. And it just shows that they've put the latest and the greatest into this. And we're not usually people that go to every single show, or we don't go to the ones that doesn't look like something we're going to be interested in. On this ship, you're going to want to just go to all the shows because they're all going to be, even if you don't like the topic specifically, it's going to be entertaining because the theater is just remarkable.
Yes, I mean, I remember one of the shows we attended, I must have watched that screen behind them for most of the show, even though I felt bad at the end. I was like, oh shoot, I forgot to watch the performers because the screen behind them is doing insane things.
Yeah.
I mean, the sets, everything they're doing is really spectacular. I think the next space that we need to talk about is the magic carpet.
Yeah. It was kind of a new concept to us and to the cruising world, a floor that kind of goes up and down, hanging off of the ship, right? So, and it turns into different things.
Right.
By day and by night and by afternoon. It's not always operational. You can't always go on it.
Right.
But it is really cool to have that space that kind of goes around and turns into different things. So.
Yeah, it's a great kind of just lounge space during the day. In the evenings, they do lower it down to the raw kind of sushi bar area as an extension of that space because it's a pretty popular restaurant. But there are other times where it's, on different floors. And actually, we figured out a really cool way of knowing where is the magic carpet if you wanted to try to get on it. When you get on the elevator, it actually has a button that says magic carpet, and you press that and it takes you to whatever floor it's on.
Then another great space on this ship is Eden, which is just kind of this oasis, 3-story, basically like an atrium situation with restaurants and places to hang out and bars and entertainment throughout the day. So that's a place that kind of replaces what the old atrium used to be,
Right.
and has reimagined it into a new atrium. So the atriums on cruise ships are kind of gone now. This kind of brings that back in a different way, I think.
Yes, and it's not in the middle of the ship like we're thinking the atrium is usually in the center. This one is kind of is in the back, and the incredible thing about it is just like the atrium concept, it's got several floors to it, and like you mentioned, it's got a performance floor as well, where you can watch a show. It's got a bar. It has a specialty restaurant in the lowest level of it. I mean, it turns into everything. It can be a nightclub. It can be just a place to grab some lunch, a place to hang out. They've got some really cool kind of trendy chairs in there and like swings. And I mean, it's amazing. And actually, if you're an Instagrammer, it's like heaven for you guys because there's so many adorable little spots in there to take pictures.
So then another thing that we need to talk about is our room and all the rooms in general. And this room did not disappoint in any way. We had the infinite veranda with the kind of the balcony that kind of opens up and you can walk through it and kind of turn it inside out. So the veranda has a window that can go up and enclose the whole space, or you can leave that down and have the space be like a balcony. So we really liked that. It did make the room feel bigger, but I just thought in general, as far as all the rooms go, the technology and the way that it was laid out was amazing. In the app on your phone, you can control the lighting and the TV and all kinds of stuff. So you can actually unlock your door with the key on your app. And it was really quite nice.
It really was incredible. And we always enjoy getting a balcony room. They took the balcony room to a completely different level. It was unbelievable. And I did really love that concept because you do sometimes want to have the door open to the balcony, right? But it's kind of challenging to do when it's just, like one slider door. This, you can open those two little doors. It's kind of just folding doors that you open up and you're out on the balcony, but you can have the window up so you can make it an indoor space, or you can have the window down and make it an actual balcony. You've got your chairs and your table out there. It's absolutely amazing. Beautiful space.
Yeah. And then another thing about this ship was that we found to be amazing was the staff. And it does show if you're on a cruise with a bad staff versus a good staff. This is a good staff, and they're going to treat you well, and all of your needs will be attended to.
I felt like most of the time they knew what you needed before you said it. And in a lot of cruise on a lot of cruise ships, you do get, like if you have special dietary needs at your meal or allergies or whatever, they note that in your account. I mean, they would go above and beyond if you had any type of special request or needs. The staff was absolutely spectacular, and it seemed like they were having a good time as well, and they were actually enjoying being a part of giving you a good experience on this ship.
Yeah, so overall value for the money, we thought this was a really good value. It is not the cheapest cruise by any imagination, but you will not feel like you did not get your money's worth afterwards. We definitely felt like we did. It is an experience just being on this, and it really doesn't even matter to us which ports we went to on this ship, because the ship itself was the destination, and for that reason we didn't care what the ports were. We just loved being on this ship, and we would definitely go on this one again.
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, hope this helped you guys out. Don't forget to leave us a comment if you have any questions about the Celebrity Apex. Make sure to check out our other Celebrity Apex videos, as well as some of our other cruise videos, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Give us a like, and guys, maybe we'll catch you on one of the ships.